So she was standing outside the grave, crying. And as she wept, she stooped and she looked in. And she saw two white-robed angels, one sitting at the head, one sitting at the end of the place where the body of Jesus had been lying. "Dear woman, why are you crying?" the angel asked. "Because they've taken my Lord," she said, "and I don't know where they've put him." As she turned to leave, she saw someone standing there. It was Jesus.
Oh!
Yo!
But she didn't recognize him. He said, "Dear woman, why are you crying?" He said, "Who are you looking for?" He said, "Sir, if you have taken him, then tell me where you've put him and I will go and get him." She thought he was the gardener. Jesus said, "Mary." And she turned to him and cried out, "Rabboni," which is teacher in Hebrew. He said, "Don't cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father. But go, find my brothers and tell them I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." So Mary Magdalene went and she found the disciples and she told them, "I have seen the Lord." And she gave them his message. Now that night, that Sunday evening, the disciples were meeting behind locked doors because they were afraid of the Jewish leaders. And suddenly, Jesus was there standing among them. And he said, "Peace be with you." And as he spoke, he showed them the wounds in his side, in his hands and in his side. And they were filled with joy when they saw the Lord. And again he said, "Peace be with you." And then he breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit. If you forgive anyone's sins, they are forgiven. If you don't forgive the sins, they're not forgiven." One of the 12, Thomas, nicknamed the twin, he wasn't with the others when Jesus came. So they told him, "We have seen the Lord." He said, "I won't believe it unless I see his wounds, his nail wounds in his hands, and I put my finger in it, and I put my hand on the side and the wound in his side." 8 days later, the disciples were all meeting together again, and this time Thomas was with them. And as before, suddenly, Jesus stood there among them. He said, "Peace be with you." And then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger here. Look at my hands. Place your hand in the wound in my side. Don't be faithless any longer. Believe." My Lord and my God.